Welcome to another Falconry Advice video, and today I'd like to talk about some do's and don'ts when flying your bird of prey. Firstly, do use a creance. A creance is a line you'd use to attach to the bird to essentially prevent it from being able to fly up into a tree or fly away and you losing it. It's a security method, and it is worth using a creance when you're first training a bird to fly, or perhaps you've had your bird having some time off from flying, maybe it's been molting and you're kind of retraining it, getting it back into it flying free on a regular basis. Don't, however, use the creance too much or for too long. Perhaps an ideal way would be to start by retraining or training your bird in the aviary, flying to the fist for some food, and build up until you're confident to go outside. Maybe go out and use the creance once or twice. If the bird's flown to your glove and it doesn't look distracted or concerned, then it's probably a good idea to take the creance off and let it fly free. Because there are some disadvantages to using a creance. One is that, and I've seen this happen before, people get to a point of just not feeling brave enough or confident enough to take the creance off, and they're just flying that bird on a line all the time. Well, it's getting some exercise, but it's not actually flying free, and that's what the aim is, for that bird to fly freely. The second issue is that if you're using a creance for too long, there's a greater risk that the bird will try to fly to a tree or a perch of some sort, and the creance will stop it. So the creance has done what it was meant to do. However, this can then discourage the bird from trying that flight maneuver again. Because if you think about it, it can see a tree branch and going up to there, and the brakes are suddenly put up on its legs, so it can deter the bird from flying as you wish to. Secondly, do find some great venues to fly your bird. Hawks really appreciate trees, open spaces are great for falcons and eagles, and owls are great for hand-to-hand, and they like to fly into trees as well, so a bit of a varied area would be great for an owl. Do not fly your bird in an area that is not suitable, as in something where there are dangers lurking. For example, a busy road nearby, a railway line, electricity pylons. You must do your due diligence and check the area thoroughly to make sure you're comfortable that it's a safe place to fly your bird. Do fly your bird in a public space. It's okay to fly your bird perhaps on land where people walk their dogs, etc. However, do not fly your bird near a play area or people playing football or anything like that. You want to choose nice big open spaces away from people and members of the public as much as possible. Do not fly your bird on private land, and if you do find some private land you think will be a great place to fly your bird, then seek out the owner's permission, and you might just get permission to fly your birds there, and that would be great if you don't want to fly your bird when there's people around. One of the issues there, people will come up and ask you about the bird. Fine for me, it's what I do for a living, but it might not be your cup of tea. Do not fly your bird wearing the incorrect furniture. For example, mews jesses. These are the ones with the slit in to allow you to attach a swivel. It's not the worst thing in the world to fly a bird of prey with mews jesses on, but it's not right because there is a very small risk that something could get stuck in the mews jesses. Instead, you should use flying jesses, which are thinner and don't have a split in. They're just for holding on and gripping onto the bird. But I have seen a hawk land on a branch and those get wrapped around the branch itself. It was a thin branch and it got stuck. Luckily, the hawk figured out how to unravel it himself, but you could end up with a bird stuck up there as well, even with those on, which is why I fly my birds now most of the time with just anklets on, just to reduce that risk down. And I don't feel I need flying jesses to grip onto my birds because we've flown them so long now without them on, it doesn't seem to be necessary. Do attach working telemetry to your bird via either the anklet or a backpack or the tail mount, whichever method you prefer, as this could be one of the most important things you do when flying your bird of prey should it get a bit distracted or blown off in the wind or chased by magpies or something. And finally, don't leave your bird of prey too many days without flying unless it's molting or something, because you want to give it that regular exercise. And do fly your bird as regularly as you can. Don't fret if it doesn't fly every single day. You can't fly your bird on a stormy day, for example. Hope you found that really useful. Thanks for watching.